Hi, and welcome to Deion's Dungeon, a high-octane talk show where we're going to talk about anything from acting to stoicism to sports. Today you're going to have a guest host, but don't worry, I'll be popping in throughout the episode with a few quotes.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Deion. My name is Daniel Dresser, and I'm very excited to be filling as guest host for today. I'm here with Daxflame. Dax, how are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Let's get into it. One thing I know about you is that you had a sort of turbulent and difficult childhood between moving cities and often feeling like you weren't good enough and seeing your parents fight. Have you been able to process and move on from those challenges at all?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've always felt very fortunate that I have a passion for creativity because that's always been an outlet that's just driven me through the harder times. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of difficult times, I know you're an advocate for mental health. So could you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. No, I think it's extremely important to normalize mental health, and just everyone has highs and lows. So I think the more we talk about it, the better you feel.
Well, that's amazing. And another thing I know about you is that you're obsessed with homeless people, right?
Yes, that's something I'm very passionate about.
You recently did some outreach work, right?
Yes.
Very cool. I love how you're always trying to make a positive impact on your social media as well. So I'm very excited to ask you some more lighthearted questions in a moment. Plus, later in the episode, we're going to be launching a new segment and sharing some big announcements. But before we dive into that, here's a quick quote from Deion.
Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius.
Thanks, Deion. So I'm extremely excited to ask you about your new show. Can you tell me a bit about the hot seat?
No, yeah, of course. So, iDubbbz, my friend Ian and Dane, his editor, who they made a documentary about me called Ice Cream Man back in 2020. And so about a year ago, they said, hey, would you want to host a talk show for us? I had so much fun working with them in the past. I was just immediately like, yes, of course. And so, yeah, I just said I had to do it.
I mean, it is awesome. I've seen 2 of the episodes already and they're great.
Thank you so much. No, yeah, I've already learned so much from, producing this show with Deion that I tried to take a lot of those elements into the hot seat so that we can try and make a positive impact with it in the way that we try to do on this show.
So cool. And speaking of positivity, I know that earlier this year you announced you were starting a production company that would focus on short films with positive messages, right?
Yeah, so we actually produced 3 shorts already. And a lot of people might recognize Daniel from one of those shorts. He was in 2 Months to Live, did an awesome job. And so, yeah.
I felt it came out very well. And I know you recently made another film called The Dark Side of Success with a couple of my co-stars from the short. So let's take a quick look at a scene from that.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? This is the most insane thing I've ever heard. I should beat the fuck out of you right now.
Don't say that.
No, fuck that. I would be in a Marvel movie.
I hope people check that out. And I know you also made a short film with the show's usual host, Deion, last year, but that was before you launched Expression Productions, right?
Yes, so Deion played an unhoused man in this short film about a guy going through a hard time who gets finds his way onto his feet. And I think in a lot of ways that kind of laid the foundation for what would become Expression Productions, because that was a short with a positive message, which is all about what we do with Expression Productions, yeah.
And your new clothing line shares the same name as your production company, right?
Yes, so Expression Clothing is the name of the t-shirt line I'm launching. So yeah, I've been working on it for so long and I'm so excited to share it today for the first time. Yeah, we try to focus on having clothes that have a positive message while also hopefully looking cool. And so yeah, some of the designs are more playful as well.
And you have some of the designs with you right now, I'm assuming.
Yep, exactly. So
let's see them. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Okay, so this one's self-explanatory. This one is Expression Productions for the production company. That's more just a miscellaneous merch, and then the rest of them are the clothing line. So that one says mental health, because that's kind of what the messages of these are mostly. You have the logo right here, Expression.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. That one says positivity is everything, and this one is actually in the Dark Side of Success. I make a cameo and I'm wearing this shirt, so
that's awesome.
People can see that. This one says empathy. Try it sometime. so if someone and then it has a logo. It says Zen Buddhism, so if someone's more into meditation and that kind of thing. It says Zen Buddhism, and then it has a logo. And then this one's also a little more funny. Therapy, try it sometime. Got that on the back as well.
Yeah, everybody should wear that one.
This one is more along the lines of what we were talking about earlier. Poverty is insane. So, and then that says expression.
I love these designs.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. And the last one, emotional intelligence. Wrapping it up. That's the main message. And it has the logo.
That's all very exciting.
Thanks so much. No, yeah, if you had told me when I was 13 that I would eventually start a clothing brand, I never would have believed it was possible, and now it's happening.
I love that you're willing to talk openly about everything, which brings me to the last question, and a topic people usually aren't so open about, but what's your money situation right now?
It's something I'm proactively trying to figure out. Like during the first half of the year, I thought I would try my hand at talent management, and I reached out to a lot of different actors, including That's How We Met, and so it didn't work out, but positivity came out of it. I met a lot of talented people, and I actually reached out to my mentor Dakota, who works in talent management as well. I had a business idea that I pitched to him. He did not get back to me. He wound up. I haven't even heard back from him, so I hope that he's I have a lot of coals in the fire kind of thing, and I will keep people updated as I figure things out.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for having me. And future episodes of the show will end up with a segment where Deion plays a fun game with the guests, but that is more of Deion's speciality, so that will happen next episode instead of today. So for now, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity and for always putting out positive content, Dex. And here's one more quote from Deion to close things out.
Marcus Aurelius used to say, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not right, don't say it.